You all sat down too soon. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as you are able to join the Edina High School Concert Choir and our scouts who are placing the colors for our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting
Yes, you can be seated. Thank you. Seniors and members of the community, if you could direct your attention to the Jumbotron and the screen behind me, I'm excited to share a gift from Edina Public Schools.
Well, why don't we are young, underneath the sun, the living never ends, with me and my friend. This life is meant for living, if we wanna take a dive, we find our own adventures, make our own paradise. And we're climbing every mountaintop, because life is never meant to stop. And we shatter from the highest rock, it's always there when we're together. And we know just how we wanna live, and we'll go where we wanna go. And I just wanna let you know everything's better when we're together. Life is always better, ayo, ayo, when we are together, ayo, ayo. We're walking on cold rays. These are the best days. No matter where we roam, my friends are my home. The world ain't all that big, so we're just gonna live. And we don't know where life will take us next, but we're just gonna live it now with no regrets. And we're seeing what we never seen, and we're being who we wanna be. And we're living out every dream that's always better when we're together. Now we see it with our own eyes. This is how we wanna do life. And we'll make it our paradise when we're together. Everything's better. Life is always better. Ayo, ayo, when we are together. Ayo, ayo. We're walking on cold rays. These are the best days. 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 The best days. Life is always better. Ayo, ayo, when we are together. Ayo, ayo. We're walking on cold rays. These are the best days. These are the best days. These are the best days.
Welcome to the 71st Annual Commencement of Edina High School. Commencement is the crowning jewel of the school year. It is the time for the school district community to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2021. I want to first introduce the Edina School Board who's here with us tonight. Ms. Erica Allenberg, Mr. Lenny Wallen-Friedman, Ms. Julie Green, Ms. Janie Shaw, Mr. Matthew Fox, and Mr. Owen Michelson. I would like to express appreciation to our current and former school board members, administrators, teachers, and students. At this time, I would also like to welcome our speakers to the program: Edina High School Principal Andy Beaton, Edina High School English teacher Elizabeth Hillstrom, Edina students Esther Effiong and Henry Steckman, and school board members Lenny Wallen-Friedman and Owen Michelson. And a special thank you to the high school leadership, counselors, support staff, and parents for preparing for this program and our community commencement celebration. Now, a tradition at commencement is to acknowledge alumni. So over 38,000 graduates of Edina High School are thinking of the class of 2021 this evening. So can we ask all the Edina graduates in the arena to please stand? I saw a few of the green robes standing up. You haven't graduated just yet. That comes at the end of the... I want to thank all of the graduates for your legacy and support. I especially wish to thank educational partners that have guided, supported, instructed, and encouraged the class of 2021. This team includes Edina Public Schools staff, parents, guardians, and family, and our community. Thank you for your great teamwork. Now, success is measured by resilience, perseverance, commitment, and an ability to manage change. I want to take a moment to recognize the class of 2021 for their success. All of you persevered and remained resilient through the many changes and challenges that the COVID pandemic brought to Edina schools. I want to recognize our teachers, leaders, and all the professional staff who are not only teachers, but guides as we traveled through the unknowns of the pandemic. I want to also extend my, yes. I want to also extend my gratitude to the parents, grandparents, guardians, friends, neighbors, especially to the graduates for that stick-to-itiveness that was needed this year. Although the pandemic tried to cast a dark cloud on the school year, the class of 2021 is bright, present, and proud in one ceremony tonight to celebrate their successful school year. You are also all here with different experiences, backgrounds, and culture, and you are on your way to different aspirations and journeys. Yet you sit in this arena as one community, Edina High School graduates. Seniors, you are all role models for me and the members of this wonderful school community. Edina Public Schools is proud of all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, and parents and guardians, I am honored to welcome the graduating class of 2021. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Beaton, and I am so proud to honor this class. Edina High School families, as you listen to the voices of our students tonight, you will hear their stories of academic achievement, perseverance, and personal growth. Each of these voices paints a picture of the experience, talent, and determination of the class of 2021 and the strength of our community. With this in mind, I would like to briefly introduce a few of our graduates that exemplify the character of this community and to demonstrate how each Edina High School student has walked a different path to get here today. Introducing Shareya Konkimala. Where's Shareya? Give us a wave. Stand up and give us a wave. Where's Shareya? There she is. Shareya met her counselor in 9th grade with her recently published book in hand. The book, Freebirds, follows a young girl named Navya who navigates the caste system in 18th century India. Since then, Shareya has been navigating rigorous courses at EHS, singing in the concert choir, and using her strong moral compass to push Edina High School to continue to improve and to evolve. Ms. Konkimala will be taking her talents to Vanderbilt University in the fall, where she hopes to study political science to further social justice in the United States and around the world. I'd like you to meet Nick Landon. Where's Nick? Hi, Nick. Now, Nick joined Edina Public Schools to pursue French immersion. After completing his course of study in French, Nick is now studying Spanish on his own. But Nick's real passion is music. He plays multiple instruments, drums, euphonium, keys, bass, vibes, and has been part of the Edina High School concert band and elite ensembles outside of school, including the Dakota Jazz Combo, where he is one of 8 students selected region-wide. He credits Edina High School teachers and the band family for helping him build his confidence and the grit to never give up. Nick will be attending Northwestern University in the fall, while he will pursue study in jazz music performance and economics. I'd like to introduce Emmanuel Ayalomi. Where's Emmanuel? There he is. Emmanuel moved to the United States from Nigeria 6 years ago, and 1 year ago became a United States citizen. As a boy in Nigeria, Emmanuel was involved in a serious motorcycle accident and often wonders how he and his brother were not more badly hurt. Because of this, he does not take his life for granted and has immersed himself with all things EHS. Emmanuel plays on the soccer team and has been part of organizations such as Mosaic, 212, and Black Student Union. He has also served as a student commissioner in transportation and human rights for the city of Edina. He's interned for Edina Public Schools in the technology department and recently became an election judge to support our democratic process. Emmanuel will be attending the University of Minnesota this fall to study business and finance. Go Gophers! Greetings, Chloe Swanson. Where's Chloe? There she is. Chloe enrolled in Edina Public Schools from out of district at Cornelia first and then Southview Middle School. Besides being an outstanding scholar, Chloe found a home and extended family through swimming. With the death of her father in her junior year, Chloe thanks her swim family with helping her cope with this loss. After multiple team and individual titles and awards, Ms. Swanson has indeed left her mark on EHS and the swimming program. Chloe has also given back to the sport she loves by supporting swimmers with disabilities as a student leader with the Clownfish Swim Club. Ms. Swanson will be attending MIT in the fall to both swim and study biotechnology. Graduates, although each of you has walked a different path to get here today and will lead different lives going forward, I do expect all graduates of Edina High School to demonstrate both character and competence. I hope you have come to realize that the world needs your creativity, compassion, and grit more than ever. Remember that as graduates of Edina High School, you have both the capacity and the responsibility to contribute to the well-being of others. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This year has been difficult, and likely not what you envisioned for your senior year. And while you work diligently during this pandemic to be both safe and to succeed, you are not immune from disruption, challenges, tragedy, ideas, perspectives, and feelings that have pushed you far outside of your comfort zone. However, in this regard, I do need you to know that you may be the toughest and the most prepared of any Edina High School class. I could not be more proud of a group of young people. Congratulations on this outstanding achievement. Under the direction of Chris Piella, I am proud to introduce the Edina High School Concert Choir singing The Road Home and Our Alma Mater.
Tell me where is the road
The Edina High School Graduation Speaker Selection Committee chose 2 students to represent their class at our commencement exercises. Please welcome our first senior, Miss Esther Effiong.
Thank you so much, everyone. Good day, distinguished guests, teachers, families, friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2021. I am honored to be your commencement speaker. You know what? I've been contemplating if I should make this speech more funny or emotional, but let us just see how it goes. I'll try to make it plain and simple, okay? Through my education at Edina High School as a sophomore, I did not just develop skills, I did not just develop the ability to learn, but I for sure developed confidence. When I first started, I had great expectations, as most of us would, obviously. Some were fulfilled, while others were not, but it's okay. I mean, when the most important ones I really expected failed, there were times I would cry, but at some point, I just gave up. It was now more of like, Esther, you know what, just forget about it. That's how life is. Who would believe a young African Nigerian girl with an African accent, of course, would get to this point? Well, y'all better believe that right now. Thanks to every single one of you here for accepting me for who I am. I can remember my first day walking in the hallways as an innocent sophomore. Everywhere and everything seemed so strange. However, within a few weeks, I literally became a boss on my own. Yes, I for sure did, and that's on per. Junior year was one of my favorite years. The school trips, starting from the debate tournament in Ohio to the Belcanto Contemos trip at Wisconsin and the Model UN Conference in Washington, D.C. I am grateful that those trips allowed me to bond with my friends as well as my teachers before the pandemic. During the Model UN trip, I could remember craving for African food so bad. I had to order it at around midnight. Thank you, Mr. McKeever, for helping me out that night, but I thought you totally forgot about it until the next day in Mr. McKeever's voice. I thought Esther was really quiet until last night when she ordered Nigerian food by 2 a.m. Amid this happy moment, there were times I felt hopeless. I felt I wasn't perfect enough. However, in those moments, Ms. Wagner, who has been considered the mother of all ELL students, would tell me, Esther, it's fine. You are a challenger. You would overcome this. I am sure that every single one of us gathered here today must have been through these tough times, and in one way or the other, had a teacher or a friend to talk to. My background and life journey played an integral role to get me to where I am today. Growing up as an only child has made me realize that I am unstoppable. As a future first-generation student, I am my family's blueprint for success, which is the same for most of us here. Being the only child in an African home is a unique challenge of its own. My family prides itself on upholding a strong set of values. My family's values include being humble, honest, respectful, and hardworking. These values have been passed down to me for generations. Abiding by these values represents the core of my existence and is the reason for my success. An impactful part of my life journey involves coming to America from Nigeria. This transition has encouraged me to incorporate my morals, lessons, and ethics into my way of living in the United States. The values I have learned have shaped me into becoming who I am today. When I succeed, I am reminded to be grateful for the lessons I learned from my past. Everyone in this auditorium has their own values that have made them successful in one way or the other. As you move forward in your own life journey, remember those values and hold tight to those things that matter to you the most. Class of 2021, I am trying to inspire you today to never leave behind you those values. I know you all want to explore the world. I mean, you all know what I mean by that. I don't really have to go in depth, right? Inasmuch as we all want to explore the world, let us all live life daringly. Let us all be something people will remember. Let us make our stories something to be proud of. Let us be people that will bring a change to a different community we find ourselves in. The school from which we're graduating today has trained us to be more than ordinary students in classrooms, but to be young global changers of the world. Now is our time to go out there and put what we've learned to good use. We, the class of 2021, did it. Despite it all, we made it through. The stress, less motivation, pandemic, we still achieved this. Finally, as I wrap up my time with you, please remember this quote from Mary Bertin. Believe in yourself and never stop wanting to build a better world. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you.
Each year, the Edina High School student government sponsors the nomination and selection of a faculty member to address the senior class. At this time, I would like to introduce Edina High School English teacher, Miss Elizabeth Hillstrom.
Hello, congratulations, Edina High School class of 2021. I am proud of you, and I love you. Teaching is my life, so when I tell you this is one of the biggest honors of my life, I mean it. Thank you. Let's hear it for all your teachers right now, all your teachers. When I was putting the speech together, everyone said, just be yourself. And for those of you who don't know me, that's terrible advice. I literally wanted to tap dance with pop cans as shoes, like I did in class last year for some of you. But that idea quickly got nixed, and the idea of being carried out of here on a stretcher by paramedics was mortifying. So when I was your age, our high school newspaper printed the predictions made by each senior, answering the following question: where will you be in 20 years? Now, to put this in context, the year was 1994. Whitney Houston and Boyz II Men had #1 songs. Forrest Gump and The Lion King were top at the box office. And the closest thing I had to a cell phone looked like that. And if you were lucky enough to have a computer, it looked something like that. My predictions: I will write and travel the world for National Geographic magazine. I will live in a big log cabin in the forest in Alaska. And I will drive a massively huge red pickup truck. So basically, I was going to be changing the world, working for National Geographic. I was going to be living in luxury, and I was going to be looking good driving around while I was doing it. That is how I measured success. That's how I planned to measure my value in life. Predictions published, we graduated, and prepared for our new lives. Now, several of my friends were going to places like Georgetown and Dartmouth, and I did well in high school, but those colleges were out of my reach. Nonetheless, I wanted to be recognized. I wanted to stand out. I wanted people to say, wow, she is brave and adventurous. I felt that because I wasn't going to a top-tier college, I had to prove myself in some other way. So, people, I decided to go to the University of Alaska in Fairbanks. Flashy, right? I thought so. Where are you going to school, people would say, and I would say University of Alaska. Saying that had a real wow factor for me. It gave me that metaphorical gold star that I could wear proudly and that, more importantly, other people would see me wearing. So in September of 1994, I stuffed several suitcases, I boarded a plane, and headed for my new life in Alaska. Well, while en route, I started to feel ill. Now, I thought it was the French toast with maple syrup and whipped cream and chocolate chips and strawberries that I ate that morning with my friends at the Riverside Avenue Perkins in Minneapolis. But by the time I landed, I felt like I couldn't catch my breath. My heart was racing, kind of like it is now. My palms were sweaty. And just putting one foot in front of the other felt like an impossibly difficult task. I felt like I was drowning. I didn't understand what was happening to me, and I was terrified. What I didn't know at the time was I was suffering my first full-blown panic attack. This was not just nerves or anxiety. This was scary and very, very real. And to this day, this next part is still hard for me to tell you. I sat frozen by these feelings of fear in Fairbanks, and not believing I had any other solution, I came home 3 days after arriving and did not go back. I was devastated. I felt like a failure. I was embarrassed. My already very delicate ego was fully deflated. I enrolled at the University of Minnesota, and my life took a very different, unplanned direction. Those predictions I had made just months earlier were already becoming unraveled. And today, I clearly do not work for National Geographic. I work at Edina High School. When you were all still in diapers 17 years ago, I began working at EHS. I do not live in a big log cabin or in the forest or in Alaska. I live in St. Louis Park. And I do not drive a massive red pickup truck. I drive a dented, decade-old Toyota RAV4. And I am happy to tell you that I have the best life. I have the best job, and I work... Wait. And I work with the best people. Now, inevitably, when I tell people I work at Edina, I get a cake eater comment, real original. My response is I work with 16, 17, and 18-year-olds who say thank you to me every single day. What other job is there where that happens? Please, please continue to say thank you. Every thank you you say to someone is a gift of gratitude given, and that is a gift you cannot put a price tag on. Continue to be generous with your thank yous. In fact, just be generous in your life. Whenever you can, be generous right now. If you're fortunate enough to have money in life, be generous with it. If not, be generous with other things. Be generous with your smiles. Throw a smile at as many people as you can, no matter how hard it may be, because that could be the only smile they get all day. Be generous in listening to other people. Be generous with kind words, and be generous with your time. Give it to your family. Give it to your friends. Give it to people you don't even know if they need it. Do those things every single day, and you can consider yourself successful, more successful than most people in this world. You're not going to get a lot of gold stickers. You may not get many thank yous. Your paycheck will not necessarily measure these things, but your life will mean something to more people than you ever realize. Your life will have more value than you'll ever know. So thank you, graduates, for making my life better than I could have ever predicted. Congratulations!
If we can give another round of applause to Mr. Paul Kyle directing our commencement band. I didn't have the chance to introduce him. So, thank you. Again, the Edina High School Graduation Speaker Selection Committee chose 2 students to represent their class at our commencement exercises. I am pleased to introduce our final senior address from Mr. Hank Steckman.
Good evening, class of 2021. I would like to give a quick thank you to all the parents, teachers, faculty, and administration for supporting us through our 4 years at high school. We would not be here today without all of you. After 4 years at EHS, if there are 3 things that I'll remember, they will be 1, how to write a literary analysis essay, 2, the importance of having a growth mindset, and 3, the best doors to sneak out of during flex as an underclassman before we got those coveted open campus stickers. I was planning on starting the speech with what I know how to do best, a quick literary analysis, but I decided I would spare you all. However, if I were to perform one, it would have gone a little something like this. As the late rapper XXXTentacion once said, baby, I don't understand it. You're changing, I can't stand it. I would have pointed out the extensive repetition through the lyrics illustrates society's overall fear of change. Change can be difficult to understand. It feels like everything around you is changing, and that can be scary. But change can also be a good thing. We started this crazy journey 13 years ago in elementary school as Wildcats, Cougars, products of the Cares Hand, Huskies, Frenchies, and many more joined along the way. My name is Hank Steckman, a proud Creek Valley Bobcat. It is an honor to be up here today giving this speech during our very own graduation. Wow, time flies. I'm going to bring you all back to a cringeworthy and probably common experience most of us shared, our first high school dance. Young, awkward, freshman me was preparing for this exciting venture into a great social experiment. First challenge, asking out my date. I remember scrolling through funny homecoming signs on Google Images trying to find the perfect one. And after about an hour, I found it. Hey, Bayrito, want to taco about homecoming? Sorry, Julia. Shortly after came the infamous awkward photo holding up the handmade sign. And then came the actual photos and dance. Do I put my arm around her? How do I tie a corsage? Will the party bus be tall enough for me to stand? It rarely was. I had no idea what to do. After all, we had never been to a dance. No freshman class at Edina ever had. We were a part of one of the biggest changes in EHS history. We were the first freshman class to attend the high school. And while huge changes like that will be remembered for generations, small changes had a big impact on our lives too. Some of my favorite memories from the past 4 years have come from playing in and attending sports games. Whether I was in the stands of XL watching the boys and girls hockey teams win the state tournament, or standing on the field of US Bank right before the state soccer final, one of the most electrifying moments was when we would sing, yell it with me if you know it, "And the home of the Hornets." There we go. Changing the ending, just one single word of the national anthem to remind everyone there that we meant business, had pride in our school, and always came to win. And most of the time we did. While we had fun at dances, sports games, concerts, and all the in-between, we also made a difference in our school and in our community. We participated in the dress code protest, donated to organizations fighting climate change, signed petitions calling for accountability, staged walkouts and moments of silence, and led marches fighting for equal rights. We saw inequalities in our community and knew it was time to make a difference. We weren't afraid of change. We advocated for it, we embraced it, and we fought for it. The world is evolving. It's not the same place it was when we were in elementary school. But just because it's evolving doesn't mean that we need to be scared. It gives us more opportunities than ever to step out of our comfort zones and create a meaningful impact in our communities. And just as our time at EHS is coming to an end, so is this speech. I spent a while trying to figure out the best way to conclude, to bring this full circle and connect with my introduction. So I thought it fitting to finish with something I heard on my first day of kindergarten 13 years ago. Go out and make a difference. Or as a fun little acronym us Creek Valley Bobcats like to say, go mad. Congratulations, Hornets, we did it.
Lenny Wallen-Friedman, Board Representative of Independent School District 273, having completed the academic requirements of the Minnesota Department of Education and Edina Public Schools, may I present the Edina High School class of 2021 for the purpose of conferring the high school diploma.
I, Lenny Wallen-Friedman, Board Representative of Edina School District 273, accept the Edina High School Class of 2021 with all honors, rights, and privileges accorded the high school diploma. Congratulations. Next, we will have Board Member Owen Michelson provide some remarks.
Few of life's thresholds rival that of high school graduation. Tonight we mark 13 years of accomplishment, 13 years of friendship, 13 years of growth. For many, it's the close of childhood and the opening of adulthood. This year has not been a rose garden by anyone's estimation, yet you've persevered and you're here and we are all here, finally together, Edina strong. COVID's quickly receding in your rear-view mirror, and the promising horizon of adulthood beckons. So we joyously gather to celebrate this momentous achievement in your life. Graduation is your launch pad. Thrilling and challenging opportunities and responsibilities await you. We who are so invested in you, teachers, coaches, community volunteers, families, and above all, parents, are eager to track your trajectory because we need you. We need your creativity, your energy, your intelligence, your vision, and your love. You have a place in our society, in our country, and our hearts. Congratulations, graduates.
Before we begin the presentation of diplomas, I would like to recognize students from the class of 2021 who have passed away prior to this event. Grant Steensland. Please join me. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the members of the class of 2021 who are no longer with us. Thank you. Now at this time, students at the beginning of the alphabet should begin lining up over here on the left side of the stage, families and friends, as we want to assure that the names of all of our graduates are heard. Please do your very best to hold your cheers and applause until the entire class has been announced, so we can make sure all of our graduates are recognized.
Mariam Mohammed Abdi. Salma Mohammed Abdi Kadir. Leban Rabi Abraham. Josephine Claire Adams. Avantika Ardikari. Abdurrahman Khalif Ahmed. Khalid Said Ahmed. Ridwana Abdifatah Ahmed. Amal Mohammed Ali. Mohammed Abukar Ali. Sundus Mohammed Ali. Yusra Abdikadir Ali. Alexander Joseph Lloyd Al-Najim. Garrett Amandus Anderson. Ingrid Francis Anderson. Olga McDonald Anderson. Patrick Michael Anderson. Sawyer Elliott Anderson. Trudy Louise Anderson. Maria Anderson Marquez. Claire Elizabeth Anderson McElligott. Isabella Angelina Andor. Ava Aram. Mary Elizabeth Ashbrook. Kaylee McCoy Ashton. Nihar Pushkar Atri. Nicholas Curtis Austin. Isabel Maria Avery. Emmanuel Onolapo Ayelomi. Jacob Nicholas Bach Dowd. Gavin Scott Beatty. Alexis Marie Bailey. Micah Joseph Baker. George Anastasios Bakritis. Davis Ford Balan. Deanna Michelle Balboa. Avery Lauren Barrett. Lida Lee Elizabeth Barros. Anthony Hart Bartolome. Parthasarati Basaneni. Andrew Baumgardner. Jasper John Baumgarten. Kennedy Elizabeth Beck. Aiden Michael Bennett. Patrick Scott Bennett. Emma Grace Benson. Tiani Grace Benson. Lily Jane Bertelman. Sunny Justine Berger. Adrian Aaron Bergeson. Ethan Michael Bernstein. Tess Addison Bernstein. Abigail Flynn Bertram. Elizabeth Rose Bishop. Addison Elizabeth Blesky. Cameron Dell Blumendahl. Michael Christian Bloom. Olivia Rose Blumenthal. Matthew David Betcher. Arthur Douglas Betke. Anthony Robert Burchard. Jackson James Borst, James Thomas Boss, Kevin Gerard Bourgeot, Kai Thomas Bowen, Anna Carolyn Bauer, Jacob Stanley Bauer, Madeline Grace Bowers, Ollie Branch, Madeline Kathleen Brandel, Angela Cecilia Brandt, Austin Joseph Brayfogle, Aiden Michael Brayfogle, Thomas Jacob Broderick, Joshua James Broncala, Morgan Cormier Brothers, Francis Louise Brown, Kieran Joseph Brown, Julianne K. Brown, Lauren Rachel Brull, and Abigail J. Bruzek.
John William Benz. Carson Anthony Berger. Anna Lee Busen. Alexi Khalid. Christopher Stephen Calvert. Braxton Allen Carter. Megan Noel Carber. Abigail Rose Casserly. Karen Castellanos. Briant Ernestine Kathy. Olivia Marie Cat. Emily Grace Cavanaugh. Anne Margaret Sepek. Lily Valentine Chafee. Robert Christopher Chafee. Claudia Ann Ling Chang. Hannah Suzanne Shupe. Sophie Samantha Charnel. Alec Chen. Ryan McGinty Cherry. Thomas Peter Chirpick. Wyatt Anthony Chakrek. Hannah Suzanne Chorsky. Charles Beck Christensen. Eleanor Christofferson. Aiden Michael Chirilla. Kaylee Dobin Clare. Keegan James Clark. Morgan Krista Clark. Joseph Brian Clarkowski. Riley Dale Cofield. Andrew Stephen Colby. Leighton Alexander Cole. Jean-Luc Collette. Kelly Ann Collins. Emma Nicole Connor. Miranda Christine Conti. Rory Davis Conway. Dominic Gregory Timothy Cook. Matthias Joseph Correa. Sophia Marie Corsaro. Michael John Crater. Marcus Chen Crawford. Elizabeth Frances Crosby. Megan Salome Cruz Landeros. Raina Corrine Cummings. Sophie Elizabeth Curran. Cameron Robert Zeck. Alexander Apollon Dulcid. Martha Alice Dahl. Hewitt Dang. Nicholas Dang. Davia Lakshmi Danthulari. Elena Valentina Davidson. Owen Christopher Davis. Usef Hassan Dayu. Sarah Lucille DeFore. Lindsay McQueen Demuth. Alexandria Cecilia Densmore. John Ryan DeVoe Jr. Jeffrey William Dewing. Coquette DeGumo. Annika Samanamale Diaz Abba Gune Wardena. Ivan Diaz de Jesus. Sonia Elise Dillon. Nikolay Dmitriev. Emma Lund Dindorf. Jay Chien Diong. Zachary Aldian Jonan. Carlos Santos Domingo. Luis Dominguez. Paige Elizabeth Donnelly. Mabel Jane Dow. Conley Grace Dowda. Henry George Drew. Sasha Gabrielle Driver. Max Drought. Rafe John Duchateau. Keegan Timothy Duffy. James Scott Duncan. Michael John Dunn. Noel Martin Dunning. Olivia Jane Dyson. Olivia Jane Dyson. Max Rushlow Zanzara. Jack Henry Ebsen. Annika Marie Eckroth. Soren Edmond. Esther Felix.
Natalie Louise Eide. Mahad Yusuf Elmi. Olivia Ann Ingen. Kevin Johnson Enriquez. Alexandra Faith Ensrud. Zoe Noel Epple. Taden Michael Erickson. Hannah Grace Ernie. Sami Muhammad Farah. Tunde Fashiro. Ugbad Fatah. Sophie Marie Fernandez. Alexa Taylor Ferris. Thomas Kevin Fisher. Catherine Dufour Fitzgerald. Catherine Ann Flanagan. Aiden Sean Kopsky Flood. Claire Elizabeth Flynn. Brad William Robert Freeman. Eli Samuel Frankel. Annalie Esther Friedman. Emma Elizabeth Frommel. Nicholas Fu. James Gordon Fuqua. Kimberly Mariana Galvan. Melissa Garcia. Abigail Elizabeth Gardner. Ellie Gardner. Ashley Catherine Garvin. Samuel Jamie Garza. Simon Genrich. Ryder James Gilbert. Benjamin Angus Watson Gill. Margaret Marie Gilligan. Aliana Isabella Gianfrido. Aliana Isabella Gianfrido. Jack Thomas Girton. Meredith Perrin Glahn. Callie Rose Glass. Madeline Glarum. Antoine Teo Godin. Jade Goswami. Rebecca Caitlin Gould. Kendall Ann Grant. Bennett Joseph Gray. Ella Gray. Brooke Catherine Greeley. Cameron Ryan Green. Paige Marguerite Green. Samuel Timothy Green. Lily Ann Gremmels. William Robert Griffith. Mackenzie Ann Grimes. Owen Allen Grimes. Charlie Thomas Gustafson. George East Gustafson. Alex Paul Haddad. Timothy William Haddad. Rebecca Ann Hafey. Evie Maria Haig. Anya Elise Hagenson. Azan Hayder. Asia Lee Hale. Ella Marie Hammond. Rachel Rihanna Hank. Ella Marie Hammond. Liliana Joy Hansen. Rhea Lee Hammond. William Allen Hansen. Matilde Hardy. Shannon Catherine Hare. Nicholas Wyatt Harris. Peyton Nathaniel Hart. James Elliott Harvey. Radwan Omar Hassan. Suhaib Hassan. Andrew James Hatch. Amelia Jean Hauser. Lacey Elizabeth Hauser.
Liana Karita Hazuka. Margaret Mary Healy. Luke Edward Hecker. Elizabeth Caroline Heitzman. Gwen Georgia Hendrickson. Lily Margaret Hendrickson. Juliana Hope Hawkins Hengel. Leo Samuel Hickey. Brecken Magdalene Hill. Jack Robert Hilliker. Jade Hudson Ho. Kira Ann Hudeman. Mitchell Stedman Holderness. Ella Ann Holm. Gabriella Kathleen Mulrooney Holm. Aiden James Holovnia. Jared Keith Holt. Tanner Kendall Hopkins. Lauren Elizabeth Hovelsrud. Matthew Robert Hovelsrud. Madeline Page Howard. Peyton Thomas Howe. Carter William Ruby. Jolyn Wong. Kristen Wong. Megan Ryling Wong. Emma Swigert Hudson. Olivia Elizabeth Huffendick. Rachel K. Hunter. Ewan Alexander Hupka. Layla H. Hussein. Nicholas Martin Lam Idrogo. Albion Isufi. Dia Ashok Jain. Madhav Jain, Mira Jain, Olivia Lee Jameson, Joseph Mark Jerstad, Evan Jang, Jesse Jang, Sadek Ibrahim Jibrel, Abdawali Jama Jibril, Anna Grace Johnson, Emma Sine Johnson, Jake Thomas Johnson, Julia Aletta Johnson, Sadie Isabella Johnson-Sieben, Jonathan Beverly Richard Jones, Abigail Mary Jordan, Hamza Youssef Kaheen, Liban Youssef Kaheen, Mark Francis Keju, Kareem Callis, Grace Marie Kapsner, Owen Kim Karakin, Sina Kati, William Ryan Kelly, Cormac Christopher Kelly, Zachary Joseph Karakis, Fahima Abdi Khalif, Megan Marie Kiley, William Miles Kingsley, Kelsey Grace Kirst, Alexa Rose Klein, Charles Mayer Kluko, Thomas Gerald Knapp, Grace Moore Keppel, Allison Michelle Kester, Arjun Srivasana Kanetti, Shreya Kankamala, Ryan Hungyo Koo, Angela Nicole Korsch, Franklin Thomas Korsch, Ayan Faisal Kule, Julia Elizabeth Kratz, L. Nelson Kremenauer, Ashna Sandhya Kumar, Matthew Nikhil Kumar Mantai, Tenzin Kunga, Catherine Elizabeth Kopecki, Mason George Lackner, Madeline Marie Lamb, Anthony Derek Lance, Nicholas Michael Landon, Dawson Joseph Langdon, Zoe Ryan Langsev,
Connor Bjorn Larson, Xana Quintessa Larson, Elise Kate Latour, Madeline Grace Laval, Elizabeth Hoffman Lee, Mia Kathleen Lee, Sasha Rose Lesson Burris, Oliver Evan Leopold, Austin John Lewis, Yihong Lee, Jacob Thomas Libby, Katerina Rose Lichtenberger, Catherine Lynn, George Charles Lindberg, Maria Valentina Linder. Adrian Alexander Lopez. Ella Toll Lord. Noah Walter Love. Quentin Zarbach Loxterkamp. Zachary Benjamin Lugo. Ruth Autumn Lundberg. George Charles Lickey. Stella Lark McFarlane. Allison Catherine Mackay. Arjun Maheshwari. Tyler Jackson Malik. Jenna Joanne Manderscheid. Yash Anat Mangalik. Ava Louise Juliette Mansour. Tomas Luke Masinda. Matthew Cheney Mason. Scout Mason. Elena Grace Mathern. Elizabeth Ashley Mazzara. Owen Patrick McAllister. Thomas Duffy McCarthy. Patrick William McDonald. Patrick Thomas McGarvey. Mara Jane McGrain. Dean Paul McGuire. Caitlin Michelle McGuire. Lily Anne-Marie McGurran. Macy Rebecca McKeon. Gaija Chai McKenzie. Catherine Virginia Meffert. Abigail Kazaban Maitrat. Andrew Emmanuel Mendez. Brecken Marie Merkel. Brendan Lawrence Merrigan. Luke Andrew Meyer. Sydney Elizabeth Meyer. Ellen Yeeling Me. Tori Owen Michelson. Andrea June Middleton. Joseph Paul Miller. Luke William Moberg. Ryan R. Moderas. Abdikarim Ahmed Mohammed. Faisal Farah Mohamud. Liban Faisal Mohamud. Charles Douglas Moore. Sydney Lynn Moldenauer. Benjamin Diego Molina. Julia Jade Molitor. Cooper Vincent Mollett. Ailey Ryan Moquist. Rachel Taylor Moquist. Amy Michelle Morales Sanchez. Paige Olivia Moore. Andrew Charles Morgan.
Alec Stevenson Munt. Emily Celine Munt. Allison Mary Murphy. Megan Mary Murphy. Tessa Jane Charlotte Murphy. Adiris Abdul Kadir Muse. Hannah Rachel Myers. Akash Narayan. Tally Francois Suzanne Navers. Seth Anthony Nebel. Maxwell David Nelson. Afrat Libby Naaman. William Quang Coy Wynn. John James Niemeyer. Audrey Joan Nolan. Tristan Andrew Newleen. Solomon Omar Noor. Caden Amir Norling. Aubrey Jane Northrup. Julia Moore Nowak. Edgar Gerald O'Brien III. Jacob Jerome Olinger. Connor Reese Olson. Holly Christina Olson. Andrew Tyler Olson. Kennedy Catherine Olson. Madeline Ann Olson. Maxwell Foss Opitz. Olivia Ann Osborne. Sylvia Marie Addison. Eric H. Oyang. Thomas Hanlong Oyang. Genevieve Eliza Oshak. Rachel Fiona Owens-Pierre. Alexander Edward Parkin. Jane Elizabeth Perry. Nathan John Pascal. Joseph Richard Passolt. Amelie Kahn Pearson. Nathan James Pedersen. Kisha Datia Pelkey. Madeleine Margaret Perry. Olivia Nicole Pierce. Caleb Nathan Peterson. Melanie Elizabeth Peterson. Quinn McNeil Peterson. Mary Alexandra Petrenko. Elizabeth May Pfeiffer. Tate Alden Fernetten. Charles Bigelow Finney. Grace Hartwell Finney. Lauren Joy Levesque Piella. Caroline Lucille Pins. Alyssa Beverly Pontius. Madison Bachman Porter. Matthew Jordan Porter. Brian Samuel Post. Elon Hayes Paulus. Elizabeth Moreland Price. Alani Georgette Prudent. Zoe Christine Sihos. Samuel Rhodey Pomerlo. Alina Shanawaz Pandwani. Stanislav Popkov. Jocelyn Nicole Ragetz. Margaret Colomer Randall. Mackenzie Rose Rapacki. Matthew G. Raynaud. Catherine E. Redpath. Haley Victoria Reek. Lissy McCreary Reed. Gage Donald Reinards. Lucy Isabel Rendelman. Aditya Rewellawar. Gracie Jane Reyes. Josie Rand Rice. J. Calvin Rice Slothauer. Gavin James Richards. Noah Craig Richards. Henry David Ryder. Kylie Sadie Roberts. Emma Grace Rodiger. Pedro Gilberto Rodriguez. Alexandra Marie Raffadal.
Henry Gonzalez Rose. Jack Thomas Rose. Wesley Alexander Rosenberg. Ray Joseph Rosenstein. Molly Corinne Ross. Grant William Rosselet. Lucas Martin Rubin. Emily Irene Rudick. Taylor Rose Runnis. Lillian Siri Rudson. Gabrielle Sasha Rywelski. Sebastian Jeremiah Charles Sagal. Salman Faisal Sahal. Hibak Abdullah Salim. Jerusha Samuel. Melanie Sanchez. Christian Edgardo Sanchez Alvarez. George Carl Sandvin. Amanda Page Sarba. Jane Lee Showerman. Alexa May Shadeen. Benjamin Anders Shadeen. Channing Russell Samstead Schmidt. Isabella Marie Schmitz. Madeline Marie Schnell. Sarah Ann Schrag. Otto Thomas Schreiner. Samuel Quinn Schwartzbauer. Henry Samuel Scott. Olivia Christine Scott. Laren Sophia Scribner. Chester Hayes Scriver. Samuel Michael Seeger. Carolyn Elise Seifert. Eric Enzing Sang. Ronnie Sabika Suharik. Maximilian David Seymour. Salsabil Ibrahim Sharif. Abigail Katrina Schiltz. Linnea Grace Shively. Sophia Grace Schuster. Zachary Martin Schuster. Khalid Ahmed Shah Osman. Megan Colleen Sieve. Richik Sinha Chaudhary. Mindy Rose Elizabeth Sinekin. Scott Ingold Suprell. Isaac Maximilian Smalley. Callahan Catherine Smith. Eric Oscar Smith. Emmanuel Francis Smith. Ingrid Chance Smith. Anna Elizabeth Soderling. Arish Sumar. Ryan Louis Saboro. Lakshmi Devi Catherine Sodhi. Adam Joseph Sukup. Evelina Sage Sperano. Drew William Sparrow. Benjamin William Spriggs. Malika Srinivas. Casey Vale Stegerberg. Reagan Elizabeth Stanchfield. Remy Noel Starr. Cole Palmer Wood Stotts. Rachel Pamela Stouffer. Henry Jonathan Steckman. Bennett Severin Steen. Isabel Lenore Steffen. Elizabeth Marie Steinlage. Iris Grace Athena Stone. Nathan Dudley Stone. Jacob Archer Strand. Madison Lauren Stratton. Zachary Stephen Sucho. Zen Sugata. Joseph Robert Sullivan. Paul Kelly Sullivan. Sophia Anna Sverdlin. Matthew Stephen Swaim. Luke Zachary Swain. Sarah Eden Swan. Chloe Elise Swanson. Jonathan Adam Elijah Swanson. Madeline Helene Swanson.
Owen James Swenson. Bastian Matthews Swinnen. Ella Ping Lee Searing. Isaac James Tabor. Sophia Jade Tabor. Riley Faith Tangy. Hannah Lou Tate. Samuel Taylor. Eric Shervin Tarani. Patrick Cheyenne Tarani. Eleanor Elizabeth Tyne. Evan Michael Tesmer Tuck. Ella Rose Tebow. Joseph Dominic Thomas. Calvin Cooper Thompson. Elliot Joseph Thompson. Lila Colley II. Benjamin Matthew Tejan. Latrez Dwayne Toller. Louise Helen Toner. Frida Zoe Torres McCall. Miranda Trang. Joseph Patrick Treble. Jack Scotty Truman. Lauren Taylor Uline. Elizabeth Ann Van Ert. Michaela Collie Vang. Sean Michael Van Hove. Daniel Vega. Lauren Stanley Veet. Lucy Marie Vellner. Simon Andrew Vanel. Grace Jane Videlli. Avery K. Vogt. Lily Nicole Vucinich. Charles Daniel Wagner. Nicholas Daniel Walker. Alexander Richard Walcoop. Elise Kayla Wallen Friedman. Morgan Elizabeth Wallstrom. Joseph Andrew Wadle. Elias Hamilton Ware. Grace Lane Weichel. Patrick James Weingardner. Olivia Kathleen Welton. Karsten Kip Wennerlin. Anna Mabel Wesselman. Madeline Grace West. Luke Vieira Westholder. Catherine Grace Wetmore. Kate Luella Wexler. Ellen Elizabeth Whalen. Lillian Grace Whiteside. Jessica Louise Willette. Trevor Lee Willie. Nicholas Harold Williams. Parker Hudson Wilson. Tenzin Wozer. David Benjamin Woolner. Lucas Stefan Wright. Sophia Hannah Wright. Isaac Wu. Kaya Elizabeth Wolf. Abdirahman Kabanesir Hassan. Lily Zong Xie. Lucas Yang. Ian Sunny Yao. Alexis Suyan Yi. Peter Yi. Logan Kaki Young. Jamie Yun. Elliot Yun. Amran Muse Yusuf. Faisal Shmarki Youssef. Sophia Anne-Marie Zach. Bowen Zhang. And Ryan Zhu.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming this evening and providing ongoing support for these Hornets as they begin to create their future. This is a reminder also to please remain seated until all of our graduates have left the floor of the auditorium. The graduates will exit through the rear of the building and will meet you outside of the front entry of the arena. I now have the distinct pleasure of presenting to you the Edina High School class of 2021. Congratulations!